Hey there.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks. You right?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. I guess this is sort of a prequel,
A prequel.
isn't it? Isn't it something that happens before, like some other major motion picture comes out? Some stuff that might be, filling in a bit of the details before that particular video.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah. So since the first one we made was one, I guess this one would be zero. So I've listed it as, I think I've given it the name Excel part zero.
Oh, okay.
Is that all right?
Sure.
Is
I
that a
mean, I was thinking we could use the same data set that we were using last time.
oh, you mean so we'll have to travel into the future to get the data set to bring it back to right now?
Exactly.
All right, sounds good to me. I don't mind time travel every once in a while.
Excellent.
All right.
Can you see my screen?
I'll tell you what, it'd be nice if I can see it, but it'd be nice if we can make maybe the kind of zoom in a little bit if we can using that.
Oh, is
I think down at the bottom. Yeah, right there. I think we can zoom in. Yeah.
that better?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, a little bit more, or I'm going to put it on another screen so I can get a better look at it.
Okay.
But I think that's pretty good, actually.
Excellent. I've got this on another screen. So if I start looking over here, I'm looking at the data set.
That's I think we're both going to be looking in the same direction when the video comes out, so that's okay.
Indeed. Um, well, I've got the same data set that we were looking at last week,
Okay.
and I just cleaned up a little bit more than what we were. There were just like one or two last things to do, but um, I think we can have another bit of a play around with that. What do you think?
Sounds good to me.
Excellent. So the first thing that I would like to show you is a histogram. We all know
All
the,
right.
yeah, histograms used to show frequency. However, I kind of want to show dates, but not times. So we got two bits of data here in these columns that I'm not entirely fond of.
Okay. Fair
So I'm
enough.
going to split these up. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to insert a column here,
Okay.
just a blank one, and highlight column A.
It's
Right,
pretty
with me so far?
fascinating. I'm sorry. Okay, so we've made an extra column. Okay.
Yep.
And now we're highlighting this column. And what was the function that we used?
So what we are going to do is, yes, go to data, this data tab at the top, and go text to columns.
Okay.
And delimited, delimited,
Mhm.
this one, highlighted D. That one's already highlighted. That's the one we want,
Okay.
which is good. I'm going to go next. And well, my data separated with a comma. So I'm going to highlight comma and not tab. And so this is what our data is going to look like
All
afterwards, which is
right.
great. So I don't need to click next. I'm going to finish. And that has automatically sorted this data
Right.
into dates and times. And I'm going to give that.
Wow. Okay. Wow. So, oh, and then you get to give it a title as well. So,
Yep.
so we're obligated to create that new column,
Yes.
or we can just lay it over, or probably overwrite what's there to begin with if you don't have.
Yes.
Okay.
If I didn't want the respondents tab anymore, the respondents column, I could have written over it, but I still wanted to keep it. So
That's fascinating. That's really, I mean, that really saves a lot of time, actually.
it does,
Quite a bit
especially if
of
you've got
time.
like a big data set. You don't want to handwrite all of those.
Not just that, but I mean, when lots of times when we read CSV into RStudio, to be able just to do that,
Mm-hmm.
it takes a little bit of code, not too much, but involves taking strings and splitting them and then creating. It's a little bit complicated, and sometimes I don't want to necessarily tell people to change their Excel files.
Mm.
It's better to actually do any kind of manipulation in RStudio, but this I think definitely is worth doing before you read it in.
Absolutely.
Very nice.
Just makes things a bit easier.
Man.
So now we can make the histogram. So what data do I want? Column A, so I'm going to highlight that.
Okay, across the different, okay.
And now I'm going to go to insert. And in the middle here, we've got all our different charts. The one we want is that one, histogram. There we go. It's made a histogram just for us.
According to certain dates.
Yes.
So it's breaking it up. It knows it's a date, so it's breaking it up into, in this case, 5 different bins.
Yeah. Not the correct number of bins that we want though, because we have, what is it? Well, there's 82 rows, but we've got the title as well. So 81
Okay.
bits of data. That's not appropriate number of bins for our data. So I'm going to change that.
Oh,
I'm going
okay.
to click on one of the columns and go to Format Data Series. I'm just going to move
Okay.
that back over. And, oh, nope. Let's do that again. When I moved it, it went to format chart instead of format data.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
So we're going to go to now, where is it that I want? This one, yes, horizontal axis,
Okay.
number of bins. And I've already used Sturgis rule for this. And I know that with Sturgis rule, I'm going to use 8. So I'm going to type in 8 and enter. And it's done 8 bins for us.
Oh, wow. So you can really see that there's a real, there's a gap in there where you couldn't see it before.
Absolutely.
Right.
So in this part of February, people didn't fill in this form.
All right. Okay.
So yeah.
Wow, that's pretty useful, eh?
Indeed. And I'm just gonna move this over here, just out the way. Double click on the chart title. I'm gonna do histogram of, and what was the column name? Form completed.
Nice.
Enter. Oh,
You can make the you can fix the titles as well. You can
yep.
That's very nice.
Yeah. So that's how we do a histogram in Excel. And let's do a pie chart this time.
Oh, all right, that's cool. We can do a pie chart as well with maybe some other information, or
Yeah.
probably categorical.
Yes, I'm thinking residents.
All
That
right.
sound good?
Yeah, that sounds great. I mean, it makes sense. Like in a pie chart, that's kind of where you would say, well, here's 100% of the data we have.
Yep.
These percentages, fall into particular categories. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So
Nice.
I'm gonna highlight column I, go to insert, and here is the pie chart. There we go. There's my pie chart. Doesn't that look great?
Yeah. I guess if you think it does.
So pie charts don't work in the same way of histograms with Excel.
I was like, oh, maybe I'm not seeing what Laura's seeing, possibly, because that happens sometime in Zoom. But you're duping me into that, eh? Nah. Yeah, it doesn't look like it so far.
We're gonna have to do something to the data first before we create. So not that.
Can I stop you just for a second? I have to admit something to students that are going to watch this. That I was trying to make a video and I saw that it was just not doing a very good job. And I asked Laura to help me with this. And she was nice enough to offer. So thank God for people like Laura. I swear to you, a lot of these things I didn't know. So I appreciate that.
You're very welcome. Anytime. Always happy to help. So we can do something to our data in order to make this pie chart. And it's not intuitive, but can you guess what we need to do?
Did you have to change? I guess because we're looking at when we were looking at the let me think before I speak. urban, okay, so, do we have to change its, the type of entry that it is?
Exactly.
Okay, all
Yes.
right, okay.
So we've got 3 different groups in our categorical variable here because
Okay.
we've got rural, we've got semi-urban, and we have got urban. And we're going to need to count how many we have, and that's what we're going to,
Okay.
what the
Oh,
pie
I
chart's
see.
going to use.
So you're gonna make a summary of this, of what's where, right?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, are you gonna use some special kind of, function here?
I am. Yes.
That's cool. I think I know, but I won't say it. 'Cause
Of course.
I'm,
We'll keep
oh
the students watching this guessing. You're
man.
gonna know.
And I'll be honest, if I'm wrong, I'll admit it, but I'm thinking of something right now, so I'm gonna see if I'm right,
Okay.
hopefully.
So I'm gonna use a function called, oops, COUNTIF.
Oh, count. Okay, I was thinking something else, but yeah, okay, all right, all right.
Okay. So what COUNTIF does is if you give a range, so I'm going to do column I, which is denoted I colon I, and then we see the I column is highlighted.
Okay, so how do we denote that?
So it's
I gotta get
just
some- I gotta
so
get some glasses. Go ahead,
so
continue. I'm gonna get my glasses.
okay. We'll just have some elevator music in the
No,
meantime.
I'm gonna continue talking to the students. I'm done,
Okay.
though.
Sorry.
All right, cool.
So yeah, so for column I, we can just do I colon I.
I just keep, excuse me, just keeps you just in the I column.
Yes.
Okay.
We can do a specific range in I if you wanted, and we can go from I2 until I, and it was 82, wasn't it?
Okay. Can you go
That's-
across the way too?
Yeah, you can.
Oh,
So we
alright.
can do so we could do like A2, B2, C2, D2, and then you can see that these ones over
Are the
here are
ones that
getting
are
highlighted.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you do from, let's say, A1 to I3 or something to like a, does that give you a range as well?
Yeah, you absolutely can. So A1 until was it C3 you said?
Whatever it happens to be.
C3?
Wow,
we go.
that's cool, man. That is
Yeah.
cool. All right. All right.
So for this, I'm just going to use column I because that's our data. And
Okay.
there's 3 ways that we can use COUNTIF, and I'm going to show you all of these 3 ways. So what we can do is we can just write the word rural and in
Okay.
inverted commas and press enter, and it's counted in column I every time the word rural has come up.
Okay.
So,
Well, all right, let's do it for the next one.
sure.
So that's gotta be in, so equals,
Mhm.
oops,
Oh, sorry. Yep. So
equals count
count
is,
if,
nice.
and I'm going to do the same range again, which is column
Same
I.
range, okay. And then you
And
said inverted, what was the symbol?
yes, it was these inverted commas here. So on my
Invert-
keyboard, it's shift and 2.
Shift and 2. Ah, quotes.
Yeah,
Okay. Sorry. Quotes. All right, cool.
cool. So I'm not actually going to use quotes for this time.
Oh, well, what are you
What
gonna
I'm going to do is, because this one is semi-urban, I'm going to remember that I've actually written semi-urban here in, it's not highlighting for some reason, but I've actually
it's
written
probably
it.
because it's right under it,
Yeah.
possibly. But
Um,
you can type it in, I imagine. And what is that?
Yep,
M19?
exactly. So now,
Oh, that's cool, man.
every time in column I that
is cool.
M19 occurs, it's counted it.
Oh,
So that is the second way. The first way is with quotes. Second way is with
nice.
random cell outside. And the third way, count if I to I, is similar, except we're going to find somewhere in the column that has the word
Oh, so
urban.
just click there, right? Okay.
Yes, so just, there we go. I've clicked it and it's brought it up.
Wow,
Close the
that's
bracket.
cool.
There we go.
Right on, man. That's awesome. That's cool.
Yeah. And we can check. Yeah.
It sounded like you were proud of yourself there.
I am proud of myself.
You should be. No, I'm not trying to be. Funny or anything. I'm not trying to make fun. I mean, I would be proud of myself if I knew that too. That's so cool. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Excellent.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So before I make this pie chart, I just want to make sure that we do have 81 respondent entries, because just in case something's gone here, what I'm going to do is use the sum function, and I'm going to sum up that one, and that one. Yeah, it's made
Nice.
81. That's good. Right, so I'm going to build a pie chart. And I'm going to highlight, just click and drag to highlight these. Go to insert, go to pie chart, 2D pie.
Oh, if you get a preview there, that's nice. Oh, no, that is the actual chart. Never mind.
This is the chart, yeah.
Awesome.
And something you can do as well is click a segment and drag it out.
Oh, that's kind of cool too, man.
Yeah. Or we
That
can
is.
highlight all of the segments. And oh, no, it's not doing it. Sometimes if you highlight all of them, it brings all of them out.
All of them out at once. Oh, okay. All right. That's cool. Very cool. Whoa, what happened? Okay, there.
Something happened there.
So cool.
Yeah. So that is my.
Can we put percentages on there?
Yes. You need to change these.
There's not like a quick way to kind of do it, like format it somehow to include them.
Most likely.
Are we going to try right click?
Yes. Let's have a look.
Let's see here.
Chart area.
Does it give percentages? Come on, man, give us a percentage.
Tell you what, I've never done this before using the.
That's okay. This
using
is like
the data.
It may not be available. Can we click on not the pie itself, but on the chart, right click on the chart? What does it give us?
That goes back to chart area.
Back to chart area. Wow, because I thought there was a way to actually put in percentages.
There probably is.
Percentages or counts at least. I think there is.
We're going to leave that as an exercise for the viewers.
Sorry, okay. Okay. Absolutely.
Cool. Because I'd quite like to show you something else.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, man. You know what? Lots of times I try to do, not try to, but I end up derailing the conversation.
That's fine.
I'm sorry.
What I'm gonna do, because I kind of want to work down here, but I'm missing these columns, headings. So I'm gonna click underneath the first row, and I'm gonna go to view, freeze panes, freeze top row.
All right.
So now I'm gonna. Oh no, actually. Yes, that's right. There. So now when I scroll down, I've still got the columns at the top.
Oh, so you can show specifically what that is without having to roll back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah, really handy freeze panes. Thoroughly recommend. But I kind of wanted,
because we see up at the top where it goes 1 straight to 29. So your 1 stays put, and then okay. All right. Sorry, go ahead.
So another formula I'm gonna show is the average formula, which is a measure of central tendency, of course, And specifically, it is the mean. So let's write here, mean number of children
Okay.
is going to be using the average, open bracket. That I now know it's in column G, so the average of G. So the mean number of children that people have in this data set is 1.35802.
1.3, 1 1/3.
Yes, exactly. But if we wanted a different measure of central tendency, like the median,
Oh, okay, all right.
you can't use the same one, unfortunately. We have to use very easily the median function.
All right.
So we're gonna do the median of G, which is 1.
Oh,
So
so there's,
similar.
okay, okay,
So yeah,
very nice. Is there, so if we want, I mean, because there's a lot of functions in there, right?
mhm.
Can we put in, can we see what type of functions might, excuse me, might be available? Is there, I think if you click, let's say f of x, right? Way up at the top, like it kind of close to the, bar, okay, how can I explain this? Right above where it says number on line D, sorry, line D, or column D. Oh, not column D anymore. Now it's above time right now.
Above
Just
time.
above where the formula bar is, right? A little bit to the
Oh, this one.
there, that one.
There.
That's the one.
Yes.
So
Yes.
this actually shows us everything that's available that we have,
Mhm.
types of different types of functions.
Yeah. So, oh, what shall we give an example of?
I don't
Um,
know.
what about a lookup function?
That's cool. That's cool. Like, oh, so we put in a search. Oh, and it looks and it finds something that we're specifically looking for. Okay.
Yeah.
What if we put in I don't know, payment?
Payment. Oh,
What the heck's all of
not.
that stuff, man?
Goodness, I don't know any of
Wow, so that's
these.
probably like a bunch of I don't know. It says, what does it say? Count. And it kind of shows us what they are as we kind of click on the different ones. It gives a little bit of a understand their counts. What is that? Payments? Is it talking about any type of payment or anything there? Not always?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Can we, because there's some financial stuff in there, right? Sometimes.
Yeah.
Is there, how about under category?
Category financial.
Ah, there we go. Okay, so
Okay.
there's like payment. I was looking like if we know what our interest rate is, number of payments, things like that, that might, because I remember figuring out what I was gonna have to pay on a on an automobile that I was buying,
Okay.
and I was able to actually, you know, kind of correct them, I think, or maybe I dreamt that by kind of checking it on Excel. So comes in handy. All right.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
And a very appropriate use of your knowledge of maths. And that's something that my dad does quite or similarly. Whenever
Cool.
we go to a restaurant, he'll total it up in his head. And
Nice.
then if the bill is different, he will ask for an itemized receipt
That's
if
well
they've
done.
overcharged.
I'll tell you what, I'll tell you, I mean, I don't know if it's done on purpose, but lots of times you'll walk out of a grocery store thinking that, you know, and you come out and like, maybe it seems that things have gotten a little bit expensive, but if you're like, keep a running total, it kind of prompts you to look and see if they've charged you something that they shouldn't have,
Absolutely.
which has
Yeah.
happened. It's happened to me. It's happened to me. So,
Mm,
all right, well,
gosh.
that's pretty cool. So, oh, again, I didn't want to derail I derailed the direction here that we were going, but It's
No
nice to be
worries.
able to look and find those specific type of functions if you're looking for
Absolutely.
something. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I have perhaps one last thing
All
to
right.
share. But if there's any formulas that you'd like to have a play around with, do let me know and we can do so with this data
Okay.
set.
Sure.
Um,
Please go ahead and go ahead.
so this might be a little bit more complicated, a little bit more higher up level, because on sheet 2, I have here just a random sample of respondents, and I just want some information about them.
All right, this is cool.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So I am going to use a formula now called XLOOKUP, which it looks up values in a table or in a sheet or a data set, whatever, and it will give you the corresponding value in another column, and it's really cool. So,
Oh, okay, let's see this. So
so
X lookup. X
yes.
is okay, sorry, but
So I'm going to have a look at respondent 10, which is column A2. But the data is in another sheet. So I'm going to go to sheet 1 here. And well, the respondent is actually in column C.
okay.
So I'm going to highlight column C. And so now we've got in our formula bar, XLOOKUP A2,
Wow,
sheet
okay.
1 exclamation mark CC.
So A2 is the number that it was looking at, which is 10. Okay. And then it's looking into a sheet, into a particular column that
Yep.
you just picked. Okay.
Yes.
I'm with you.
So the value that we had in A2 in the other sheet, we're telling XLOOKUP, okay, go back to the first sheet. The value of A2 is in column C of sheet 1. That's what that means.
Okay.
And what else do we need? Oh, it's auto-populated sheet 2. We don't need that. I'm just going to get rid of that. So we need house number. So back to sheet 1. House number is this one. That's column D. Close bracket, press enter. So now respondent 10 lives at number 58. And we know that because if we go respondent 10, they look at 58.
Oh my.
Yeah.
That's really, really cool, man.
Absolutely.
Holy cow. So we're gonna do it for are you just gonna copy it down now, or are you gonna
Yeah,
does it work, or
let's
does it have to
see.
go to a different column? Well, or NA might have happened because there's none that are 91.
Yeah, remember we deleted some yesterday or in the previous video. We managed to delete number 91 accidentally. So that was my fault. I accidentally put 91.
Wow.
I'm gonna do 90. And it's corrected it anyway. Look at that.
Oh wow, okay, okay. All right, okay. So if it's not there, it'll give you that NA.
Absolutely.
That's pretty cool. And that's so now, all right. So now you're gonna do the next one, but you want the annual salary? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, so annual salary is in column F. So I'm gonna do the same
X lookup. Now, when you say X lookup, is there a Y lookup or is it just X lookup?
There's different types. There's VLOOKUP, which
There's
is vertical. Yep.
Ah, right. Okay, so X means what specifically?
I think it means cross, where it will look at the whole. If you give it a column and or if you give it 2 columns, it will look across at the row. So
I got you.
sort of thing.
Okay.
Because there's also
I'm sorry, I keep interrupting.
no, not at all. Keep going.
It's a terrible habit. Okay, so VLOOKUP is vertical.
Yep.
And then I guess there's an H lookup too?
Yep.
Okay, and then X goes across a
exactly.
Okay, all right, cool. I'm with you, I'm with you.
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely. So um, I did this one by clicking, but we can do it by writing. So I'm going to do A2, which is there. I'm going to tell it, look at sheet 1 with the exclamation mark,
Sheet 1, okay.
which we remember that was in column C, wasn't it? And then, so the value of A2, that is in sheet 1, column C. We're going to tell it, okay, now we're going to,
Okay, can I ask a question? I'm sorry.
yeah,
When you put in sheet 1, then after that you put an and? Is that a vertical line?
it's an exclamation mark.
Oh, it's an exclamation mark. Okay, I'm sorry, exclamation.
Yeah.
And then
So,
you tell it C to C in this case,
yes.
and it gives us that. Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right.
So A2 is in sheet 1, column C.
Okay.
And now we're going to tell it,
So returns now.
we need what the corresponding value is in column F, which is sheet 1, exclamation mark. F to F.
Okay.
There we go, 51.6. And we'll just double check.
50 and column 10, 51.6. So it
Yeah.
tells you for these. That's awesome. So as you go in now, if you change 10 to some other value, it'll go to that particular person.
Absolutely, because we're telling it, okay, whatever value is in A2, give the corresponding value in the other column. So if we change this to 1, it will
The
change.
first person, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. Laura, what can I say, man? What can I tell you? What can I say, man? It's awesome. This is great stuff, man. It's like, I mean, I'm not, it's truly like stuff that I haven't seen before. I mean, I've seen some of it, but I'm so glad you're willing to help. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Man, that's awesome. Whatever you want, you're the boss. So you tell me, what do you want to end it here or you want to, because it's a Friday and it's getting close to a
It
little bit
is.
late.
Oh, shall we end it now and give ourselves
We're
an early
that
finish?
dedicated, aren't we? You know what I mean? Even on a
Absolutely.
Friday and with not, there's nice weather where you are?
It's not too bad today. It's quite warm. Quite
Is
warm
it?
for January. Yeah.
It's bright here in Glasgow, but it's cold, man.
Uh-uh.
It's cold. So
Mm.
so let's end it. That's awesome.
Sure.
That was great.
Excellent. I'm gonna
I'm gonna
stop sharing. There we go.
Awesome. Laura, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. What can I say? It's helped me. So I'm sure that the students are gonna get, a kick out of it and a lot of this, stuff that they may not have
Excellent.
seen before. So
Excellent. Ah, I'm so pleased.
I owe you one, man, for sure.
Never. All right.
All
Let's
right,
leave it there.
we'll say bye to everybody.
All right. Bye, everyone.